And we are live. This is UFC Fight Night, Charlotte, North Carolina. Jacare versus Brunson 2. This is Ricky.
What's up, guys? This is Justin, and yeah, man, we have a pretty good card on free TV. Yeah, man, we got Brunson versus the Alligator. The second fight. We got
The
Gregor Gillespie.
crocodile.
Crocodile. My bad. I think alligator, crocodile, same thing. Take this right here. We got Andre Fili versus Dennis the Menace Bermeduz, the worst chin in the division. We have Gregor Gillespie, the Gift, versus Jordan Rinaldi. Nico Price. We got some good fights in here. So before we talk about next week's card, we'll talk about last week's card. And you called Stipe, man. I mean, not a lot of people were picking and betting Stipe. You might have been one of the only people out there that bet him. So congrats on that pick. Before we talk about you, I got burned on the Volkan pick and the Volkan bet. I'm still a believer in Volkan though, so I'm not done with him. He's gonna beat most of the guys in the division. It's not his time, and I wrote DC off. It was my fault, and we'll be back. I also lost on Douglas Lima 1 unit. He was winning that fight. He could have easily won that fight. I mean, Rory, you were there live. I mean, Rory, I don't know how Rory survived, that injury, but Lima gave up, bro, in the 5th round. He could have won that fight. He quit. So I'm never gonna bet on Lima again. So
no get up game at all. He was happy off his back. So
that reversal he hit was pretty nice, but I mean, in the 5th round it was tied. He had that fight. I mean, Rory was broken and he just didn't give it to him. So I'm done with that. I lost both my bets, but yeah, we'll get it next weekend. What about you?
Yeah, I lost my bets too. I had one unit on Lima, 1.5 units on Almeida, 1.5 unit on Pantoja. I can't. I'm off the Almeida train for sure. Like, this one has no chin, man. I can't trust him at all. Like, so yeah, I'm not gonna bet on him for sure, unless he's fighting a complete jobber and the line is close. But yeah, man, I can't trust him against a heavy hitter, against a good striker. And Pantoja just doesn't really have good fight IQ, man. His style is exciting, but it doesn't win rounds. So the guy, he had his back and he didn't really do anything with it. So props to whoever bet on Ortiz and Font. And my only win was Stipe Miocic, 1.5. So I don't know. I was pretty glad that I made that bet, dude. I kind of saw it coming. I saw Stipe as a more well-rounded fighter, and at first I was hesitant to make the bet because everyone was on the Ngannou. But I'm kind of glad I went with my gut, and I don't know. It's just going to teach me to go on with my gut for the future, and I don't know, and learn from those losses as well too. But I was pretty stoked about Stipe, man. I think a lot of people are overlooking him, and he's one of the greatest of all time for heavyweight.
Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes, like when a lot of people are on a certain person, go against the grain and it happens. So you got to go with your gut, dude. I mean, the gut is, a big key in betting. And I feel like you got to go with your gut a lot of the time.
And I knew Stipe was a good grappler, man. I called it. I said that he was going to use his wrestling. Like, Francis hasn't really fought a complete fighter like Stipe before. So, I don't know. I knew his wrestling hasn't been tested. His cardio hasn't been tested. So,
he gassed so
Stipe
bad. Wow.
was tested. Yeah. So, we kind of know, like, Stipe exposed him, man. And dude, to be honest, I've been betting on Stipe ever since he fought Verdum, and he's been cashing for me, man. He's on a roll right now. I think he beats Kane if he fights him.
Oh, for sure. That was the first time we ever did a podcast. I'm pretty sure. Verdum versus Stipe.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm ready to move on now, though. Call the first fight, man.
So first up, we got Austin Arnett versus Corey Sandhagen. This fight's on short notice. It just got this fight just got put together a couple days ago. Austin Arnett was from the Contender Series. He fought Brandon Davis. This guy trains with Michael Chiesa, Six Jitsu. You know, he's a featherweight. He's also fought a lightweight. And Corey Sandhagen trains Team Elevation. He trains with, you know, Dillashaw, Dwayne Bing. You know, both these guys are pretty good prospects, but I would have to go with Austin Arnett, you know, the dog. And if I didn't have, you know, one big play here, I definitely bet on Austin Arnett. I think the guy is gamer. You know, he's a good boxer, tough guy, comes forward, very good chin. And Corey Sandhagen, I mean, the guy just fought on Friday. I mean, the guy literally fought like 4 or 5 days ago. So I don't know how he's gonna, you know, come back this fast. I know he got the win, but I mean, I think Austin Arnett's gonna be a little more, you know, too polished him on the feet. So I got Austin Arnett in this fight. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you too. I think he had a little bit more time to prepare. That short notice fight is that short notice for Corey Sandhagen is just a huge red flag. I mean, you need time to fight. You need time to prepare for your fights and train. So I'm gonna go with Austin Arnett, and the fact that he trains with Michael Chiesa is a good sign to me too. Next fight, man. I got Nico Price, George Sullivan, 17-5, and to me, it's like a lot of people think. I think this fight's a mismatch. You know, Nico Price is a serious guy, man. I think he's really good. You can't take him lightly. He's got good power. He's got good submissions. He's a good overall fighter. He knocked out Juban. The way he came back against Moreno to get the finish was pretty impressive. You know, he was getting beat up, and then, you know, he just kept that pace, and Moreno wasn't able to keep it up, and Nico Price was able to finish him. I think it's that pressure and that pace that he puts on people that it's hard for people to deal with. You know what I mean? And he ends up exposing them. But you know, he did stumble against Luque. You know, Luque is a great boxer. He's just a little bit more technical than him, so, you know, beat him up. But, you know, I think Nico Price, he's gonna turn around pretty strong here. I think the UFC is giving him a good fight, you know, to give him a turnaround. Sullivan's getting fed to a fucking wolf, man. I feel bad for the guy. I don't really think he's good at all. So I'm gonna have to go with Nico Price. What about you?
Yeah, man, I have my only play in the night. I got a 5-unit play on Nico Price at minus 220 to win 2.27 units, and I don't, you know, dude, all these people out here, man, are saying that Nico Price is a jobber and all this. I don't think he's a jobber at all, man. I mean, I think he's pretty good. I don't think he's a top 15 guy or anything, but I mean, I think he has a lot of good attributes. I mean, like you said, he has very good pressure. He breaks guys. That's how he beats guys. I mean, literally, that's how he beat Brendan Thatch. That's how he beat, you know, Morano. He kept on coming forward. He has a very good chin. That's how he beat Joban. The only person he didn't do that to is Luque, because that's what Luque did to him. I mean, Luque to Leon, when he fought Leon Edwards, he let Leon Edwards, you know, run the full fight. So he said he was going to, you know, bring the pressure, and that's exactly what he did. So it's the only fight in the UFC we haven't seen Nico Price bring the pace. And Nico Price has a very good jab. He showed his jab against Luque. It's not like Luque smoked him. I mean, that first round was close in my opinion, and Nico Price was jabbing him up. I mean, look at Luque's face in that fight. So it's not like Luque went in there and dusted him. So Nico Price is a very good chin. And the Joban fight too, I don't think Joban's the chiniest dude in the division. I mean, that right shot that he landed on him was a hard shot for sure. So all these people saying that Nico Price is a jobber, get out of here. I mean, you can come on,
Get out of here.
You guys are idiots in my opinion. So, and this is a huge spot for Nico Price. I mean, you know, I might not, you know, who knows about Nico Price being a champion or anything, but I don't care if he's going to be a champion. It's all about the spot. And it's a very good spot. George Sullivan doesn't bring anything to the table. He has nothing. I think Nico Price is better everywhere. The better grappler, the better on the feet. Where's George Sullivan good at? Like, literally. The guy hasn't fought in a long time. He hasn't beaten anybody. He hasn't fought. I mean, come on. This guy's he's trash, man. I mean, his striking's not good. His grappling's not good. I mean, the guy got knocked out against Alexander Yakovlev. Yakovlev is a rapper. The dude sucks. The dude's fought at lightweight before. I mean, the dude's trash. And Sullivan's coming off of 2, you know, suspensions, and, you know, USADA. I mean, how's this guy going to look? I mean, really. So I think Nico Price is going to go out there. We don't know. I mean, we really don't, but it's obviously not going to be good. So I think Nico Price is going to go out there and he could do whatever he wants. You know, bring the pressure, jab him up, knock him out in the feet, even take him down. I mean, I know Brandon Thatch, you know, sucks, but Nico Price, you know, is a brown belt. The dude's heavy on top. I mean, the way he got that head and arm choke on Brandon Thatch is pretty impressive. So I like Nico Price wherever the fight goes. So I got Price by a first round finish. And we'll see who Nico Price fights next. But it's all about the spot. And a lot of people don't realize that, you know? I mean, even, I'm not saying Nico Price is a job or anything, but I mean, I don't mind betting, like, you know, like whoever it is, if I think the guy's good, if it's a good spot for him. But I think it's a very good spot for him. And if Nico Price was like a trash can, I wouldn't be betting him, but he's not. I think he's actually pretty good. I know that, you know, I talked crap on him last fight when he fought Luque, but that's Luque. Luque's a beast, bro. Luque's one of the best fighters in the division, in my opinion. So yeah, there we go about all that crap. People talking about Nico Price, because Nico Price is actually pretty good. So you guys might be blind, and I don't think you guys know how to watch tape. So Nico Price by destruction. Anything else you want to add?
I don't know, man. You pretty much said it all. That was pretty funny.
I mean, he's a young kid. He's like 27 years old. He trains American Top Team. I mean, the guy looks better every fight. I mean, we'll talk a little more about him, you know, because I'm getting pretty heated right now.
Yeah, talk it up, man. Let's hear it. Get it going, bro. You're on a roll.
So besides the Thatch fight, I mean, that was, I mean, a complete destruction, by the way. And Thatch is, you know, actually a very good striker. You know, I don't care what people say. He's terrible and hits the map, but the dude's one of the best strikers out, in my opinion, out there. So the fact that he went out there and made that look easy. Then against Morano, yeah, Morano was tagging him up, but Morano has heavy hands. I mean, does George Sullivan have heavy hands? No, he doesn't. And Nico Price went out there and got dropped twice and then knocked him out in the second round. I mean, Nico Price doesn't gas. The guy has very good cardio. He broke him. That was a sick fight. And then the Joban fight, yeah, I'm a Joban fan, but I don't think he's the chiniest welterweight out there, like people are saying.
Joban beat Perry.
Yeah, people are dumb, dude. Dude, that shot that he went on Joban.
Joban's a legit win. You know, that's a legit guy that he got a legit win on. Like,
and
you can't just say he's chinny and write off that win.
Yeah, people are like, dude, that was a fluke. Joban's the chiniest. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to, by the way. If you're listening to this, you're an idiot. you exactly, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I hope you're listening to this. Go listen to your stupid crypto, whatever you're doing. So, crypto's life, bro. Yeah, crypto's a piece of shit. So, anyways, people piss me off, man, when they talk about Joban sucks, dude. Joban's come on, man. He does not suck. He doesn't have the best chin in the world, but the dude doesn't have the worst chin out there. I'll tell you that right now. And that shot that he went on Joban was serious. So I really think that people out there are blind, man, in my opinion. So, and the Luque fight, I mean, Luque's the top 10 fighter, in my opinion. The dude's striking serious, and Nico Price showed a pretty good jab out there, man. So that's enough with us, you know, me getting a little emotional, but I really think this is a very good spot for Nico Price, and that's why he's my only play of the night. You know, I went big on him for a reason. It's a mismatch like you already mentioned. And just like, you know, my boy Dan, half the battle, like when there's, you know, I don't know. When there's people out there, I don't want to say it, but
just say it, man. Come on, let it out. You're halfway there, bro. Just go for it.
No, just like what half that, like when Dan, I don't want to spoil anything, anyways, but just saying what Dan said about, you know, that shot and everything. But I mean, when there's easy money on the table, you know, when there's mismatches, you got to go for it. And that's what I was going to say. So I got Nico Price. So next fight, we got Vince Pichel versus Joaquin Silva. This is a pretty good fight. This might be one of the best fights of the night. And, I mean, you know, Pichel's, you know, he's come a long way. The dude looked very good on Tough, and then, you know, he had a 4-fight layoff, and, you know, he looked pretty good against Damian Brown. I mean, Damian Brown's not a jobber, in my opinion. The guy's, you know, no tough out for anybody. And he went out there and knocked him out in the first round. Damian Brown, I don't think he's been knocked out in the UFC before that, or besides that. And then Joaquin Silva, you know, Neto BJJ. I mean, I know he knocked out Andrew Holbrook and all this. And, yeah, he got tapped out against Guico Franca on Tough. But, I mean, the dude's serious, bro. He's a good striker. I know we talked about it earlier. You know, I do think he has a pretty good get-up game. I know you don't agree with me on that, but, you know, Pichel, in my opinion, he can win this fight if he takes him down, holds him down. But I don't think he's going to be able to. And if this fight stands or on the feet for a long time, he's going to go to sleep. So I got Joaquin Silva. I think he's going to win, you know, a 29-28 or get a late finish. But, yeah, Pichel's only path to victory is taking him down, holding him down. And Silva has a pretty good get-up game. And on the feet, I feel like Silva's the more explosive guy, the faster guy. And Silva has a good chin, too. And I don't know if Pichel's going to be able to take some of these shots. I mean, he has a good chin too, but the guy's old. And Damian Brown hit him with some good shots, and I mean, the guy looks like he's 50 out there, like literally. Like Pichel looks pretty damn old. So I got to go with Joaquin Silva. What about you?
I'm gonna have to go the other way with Pichel. I think he's got the heavier hands. His knockout, he had a long layoff win. He started off slow against Damian Brown, got tagged up a little bit, but you could tell he was landing the harder shots, and he ended up putting him to sleep, man. I think his timing's still pretty good for that long layoff. And, he's got very strong grappling, and I think Neto BJJ, he's good. He's all right, but he's better he's got good Muay Thai, but I don't know, man. He's happy to be in guard, man. And I love jiu-jitsu, but this is MMA, and it's not good to be in your guard. He jumped for a guillotine against Reza. In my opinion, Reza won the first and the second round. The third round was pretty close, and he gassed, and that's why Joaquin Silva won the third. But I don't know, man. I think his takedown defense is not that great because he's see, that's the thing about a lot of jiu-jitsu guys that these guys are content to be off their back, and like your boy Tony, and that's for another day. And that's not a good thing, bro. It's not a good thing to be on your back in MMA against good guys. And I think Vince Pichel's got enough takedown to get him down, and not get subbed if the rounds are close. I think the striking's there. I think he hits a little bit harder than Joaquin Silva, but Silva might have a little bit more volume. He has kicks, but I do think I do think Vince Pichel hits harder, and he might land the more devastating shots and get the takedown to win the rounds. So I'm gonna have to go with Vince Pichel. However the fuck you say his name. I don't know how you say his name. Vince Pichel. That feels good, bro. He knocked out Damian Brown, dude. He put him to sleep. And he has good grappling.
I don't think he's on Silva's level, but we're going to see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a good fight. I think it's lined pretty good.
It's going to be a war.
Yeah. Next fight, we got Justin Kish versus Ji Yeon Kim. Justin Kish is known for shitting her pants in the UFC against Felice Herrig. She's pretty athletic girl. She's strong, she's explosive, and she's gonna fight. Her technique's all right, if you ask me. She tends to rely on her strength and athleticism a little too much. That's probably why that's why she shit her pants. Probably pushing too much. You know what I'm saying? And Ji Young Kim is just a girl that got her I don't know who the fuck she is. She lost against Lucy Padilova, but I think she's gonna get murked, and I'm gonna have to go with Justin Kish. What about you?
Yeah, we got three fights to talk about in a row, all girl fights, and in my opinion, I don't know about
They
you,
all
but
suck.
I'm gonna be going to the gym during these three fights because I'm not gonna watch any of them. Justine Kish, like you said, you already mentioned, she's known for shitting the bed, literally. And I mean, she shit herself when Herrig was choking her out, and I gotta give her credit for not tapping out. That was pretty impressive. But let's keep this short. Yeah, I got Kish. I think she's better everywhere. Kish, I think she's the better striker. I think she's tough, and I think she's gonna get the win. This is my breakdown. So next fight we got Ronda Markos versus Joanna Lima. Yeah, I got Markos. It's it's gonna be close. Lima is a tough girl. She kind of looks like a dude, but she doesn't have the best takedown defense. I think Markos is better grappling, so I got Markos. What about you?
Yeah, I'm about to go Markos. She's a good overall fighter. She's got good takedown defense. She got that win over Carlos Barza. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Markos.
All right, man. Call the last one unless you want me to do it, because I'll do it in like 10
Jalen
seconds.
Chook again versus Mara Borella. I'm gonna have to go with Chook again. What about you?
Yeah, I got Chook too.
I don't really know about this fight. I didn't do shit.
Yeah, I got Chook. Chook trains with Mark Henry. She's a good point fighter. I think she's the bigger girl. I think she's the better striker. I think Borella, has a lot of hype because she went out there and finish the girl that barely beat Jessica Ai, but Jessica Ai is the worst fighter of all time. So, yeah, I got Chook again. So, next fight, we got Bektic versus Godfather Pepey. And, yeah, I don't want to come clean and say that, I parlayed Bektic last fight. And, yeah, that was embarrassing. I'm definitely going to be very cautious if I ever bet him again. The dude should never be a minus 600 guy. I mean, the guy has, a lot of hype. And, yeah, he's a talented guy, but if you quit and you get knocked out against Darren Elkins, who has no KO power, you are sad, in my opinion. So there's no way. I don't think I'm ever going to bet that again unless he's fighting like a flyweight. So, and Godfather Pepe, say what you want about him. The dude's inconsistent, but the dude's has heart. The dude's a tough ass dude. I mean, the Burgos fight, he took so many shots and he wouldn't go down. And I mean, the guy has some good wins. He's beaten Andre Fili. He has some other good wins. I think Pepe could easily start him in the first round. I mean, Bektic left ATT. He's training at TriStar now. He loses one fight and he already leaves his camp. I mean, and Bektic's been knocked out before too. Jazz Skelly knocked him out in that fight. You got to go watch that fight if you haven't seen it. So, I mean, I really, really want to pick Pepe so bad and bet him, but I'm gonna have to pick Bektic just because. I think he could, take him down, kind of grind him out, but. I'll let you guys know out there it's close, and I won't be surprised if Pepe wins this fight. So I'm actually giving him a good shot. But yeah, I'll go with Bektic because I don't want him to look like an idiot if he goes out there and gets like a first round knockout. So I got Mursad. What about you?
Too, but just a huge pass just because like he's a minus 600 favorite, and Godofo Paper is known to pull shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy shit. So you never know with this guy. He might get a finish or he might get fucked up. So I'm going to have to go with Bektic because it's a higher chance of him imposing his will. But, I mean, hey, and let me say something. Don't talk shit about my boy Darren Elkins, bro. He's a fucking savage. And, was fucking beast, bro. Finished Michael Johnson.
Oh, he is a beast. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't have KO power, so I'm, like, surprised that he knocked him out third round.
He's got fucking endurance like no other, bro.
Yeah, he's a beast. For sure. I'm definitely going to be – I don't think I'm going to fade Darren.
Definitely can't fade him. You definitely can't fade him.
Unless he fights T-City.
Yeah, I guess maybe. T-City is no joke. I ain't betting again.
And if he fights his teammate Josh Emmett, that's about it.
He might be one of my favorite fighters in the division. Well, Max is pretty sick too. Man, those two are gonna make a good fight. But anyway, next fight, we got Eric Koch versus Bobby Green. To be honest with you, I can't trust Bobby Green, bro. This fool is like on his best day he gets a fucking split decision. And he was looking good that fight, but I just think his defense is horrible. He likes to talk shit, while he's fighting. He's got after that draw, he's got 3 losses in a row. He got knocked out by Dustin Poirier while he was talking shit. So I don't know, man. And Eric Koch, I don't know if he can defend a takedown because he got murked by Clay Guida. But I don't know. This fight screams pass for me. But I'm gonna have to go with Eric Koch. I don't think Bobby has good defense, bro, and I just think his last fight he did well, but I don't think that he showed up. The chance of it, Bobby Green is so inconsistent, but so is Eric Koch. But I think Bobby Green has weaker defense and striking. It's gonna be a striking fight, I think. So I'm gonna go with Koch.
Yeah, both these guys are on their way out, in my opinion. But I'm gonna have to go with the guy who I think he has a little left more in the tank, and that's Bobby Green, in my opinion. Eric Koch doesn't throw anymore. I mean, the dude if you watch the last couple fights, he does not throw at all. And Guida took him down at will. The dude got knocked out against Darren Cruikshank. I mean, come on. I mean, the guys that Bobby Green is losing to are way better than Darren Cruikshank. He's losing to Dustin Poirier. He's losing to Rashid Makademov, and he went to a split with one of the most technical strikers in the division. I mean, that was pretty impressive. Bobby Green, when he's on, bro, he's on. I mean, he's beating Josh Thomason. I mean, he lost a close fight to Edson Barbosa. I mean, when make no mistake about it, when he's on, he's on. But he's on his way out. I mean, Lando's a pretty good fighter. I mean, that was a close fight, you know, went to a draw. Bobby Green is mad hard too. And when Eric Koch gets hit, he doesn't like it. Bobby Green, I think, has a better chin. I think Bobby Green's a better striker. I think he's more technical. He does have more volume. And he does have the grappling advantage. If he wants to take down Eric Koch, he's going to take down Eric Koch or will. So I got Bobby Green. I'm not playing it, but yeah, I got Bobby Green. I do like Bobby Green a lot. And I think Eric Koch sucks. So next fight, we got Drew Dober versus Frank Camacho. This is a good fight. I actually thought about playing it, but I'm going to pass. But I'm going to have to go with the underdog here, Frank Camacho. I think he goes out there and, makes a statement, gets a first-round finish. The fact that it's at 170 definitely helps him out. He's a big guy. He cuts a lot of weight for 155. I mean, the dude almost beat Wee. I mean, Wee's a pretty damn good fighter, and the guy almost put him out in the first round. But after the first round, he gasses. Frank Camacho cuts a lot of weight. The dude gasses every fight. But because he puts in everything in every shot, But, Drew Dober's making his debut 170. He might look really good, but Drew Dober's shit in the bed before. He has, pretty decent striking, but I think Camacho's just more heavy-handed. I think he's faster. And if it hits the mat, though, Dober definitely has the advantage because, Camacho's had his back taken before. Camacho's been finished multiple times. But I just think he's going to catch Dober on the feet. They're going to be, slugging it out. So I got Frank the Tank. What about you?
I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. I'm going to have to go with Dober here. And I was actually thinking about playing him because but it's hard to trust him just because, like you said, he's shit the bed before. There is a good chance of Camacho coming out and knocking him out. But I'm going to have to disagree with you because I do think he weathers that storm. I think he's better all around. I think Camacho gasses, and Dober turns it up after the first round. The first round is going to be close, but I definitely do think Dober takes it over in the second and third. So I'm going to have to go with Dober for a decision. 29-28 or 30-27. So let's go. Next fight, we got Jordan Rinaldi versus Gregor Gillespie. Gregor Gillespie's a fucking beast, man. He's getting better every single time you see him step into the octagon. Man, he was like a minus 580. I know I'm a degenerate, but I had to parlay him with Nico Price because I wanted to play it. I like to see this guy fight, and I think if I have a little bit of action on him, it's going to be a lot more entertaining. I know it's probably a degenerate ass play, but whatever. I think if fuck it, if he loses, I'll fucking eat my words and stay away from those bad lines. But this is fucking gambling at the end of the day, and I'm here to have and I'm gambling, bro. So let's go. I think Greg Gillespie too is someone good to have in your parlay, man, because he's a wrestler and he's gonna win. He's been able to mix down his wrestling attempts with his striking, and he's been landing some heavy shots because of it. I think Rinaldi showed some pretty good grappling in his last fight against that one guy. What's his name? I think it was like Hector or Alvaro Herrera or something like that. But that guy was a fucking joke, man. He tried to hold on to a guillotine after Rinaldi already passed his guard and went to side control. So that's like a white belt rookie move. Rinaldi got a fucking Van Flute choke on him, I guess. But no, that's a rookie mistake to fucking hold on to a guillotine when the guy passes your guard, especially on that side, on the opposite side of the guillotine. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go with Gregor Gillespie for the win. Dominant decision, if not a finish. What about you?
Yeah, I think Gregor is better everywhere, in my opinion. The dude's one of the best grapplers in the division, and the dude's serious. I really think he's very good, and I'm not gonna fade him anytime soon, in my opinion. This dude's serious, like I already mentioned. Good striking too. The Jason Gonzalez fight was very impressive. He took some, big shots, and he freaking went out there and dropped Jason Gonzalez. The knee he took against, Franco was very, very impressive. He smoked Andre Holbrook, and Jason Gonzalez war was good. So I think Gregor is going to be, top 15 guy really soon. I want to see him fight a guy like Tamer. He needs to fight. He needs a big step up after this, like maybe against Islam. He needs to fight someone really good. So, yeah, man, I got Gregor Gillespie all day in this fight. So next fight, we got Andre Touchy Fili versus Dennis the Menace Bermudez. And, I know we've been talking on this fight a long time. You know what? Dennis Bermudez, bro, I mean, the dude is talented, okay? I will say that. The dude is a good grappler. He has all the tools to beat a guy like Andre Fili who doesn't have the best takedown defense, but it's that chin. I mean, that chin is atrocious. Yeah. The dude just, I mean, he's been subbed multiple times too, but the dude just gasses, and his chin is just, you touch him once, it's over. I mean, Korean Zombie looked like crap in that fight, and he still knocked him out. So, I mean, Dennis the Menace just needs to retire. That chin, I feel like, has taken so much punishment. Andre Fili can crack. The dude knocked out Gabriel Benitez. He has good head kicks. I know that Fili, is pretty inconsistent, but, I mean, if he shows up and, he touches him, it's good night, Irene. But if he doesn't, I mean, Dennis is going to take him down and grind him out. So it's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. I mean, I feel like I understand the Bermudez play. I'm not going to, shit on a lot of people doing it. I know I'm messing with you and all that, but hey, if you really think Dennis can win the fight, I mean, I don't see why not take a shot because it is a close fight. But personally, I'm going to go with Fili because I think he's going to touch that chin. But, I mean, Dennis put up a pretty good fight with Elkins. I know Elkins doesn't have, the KO power that Fili does, but that was still a very close fight. I mean, I do think Elkins won, but then again, I mean, Dennis is known for his grappling, and Elkins, I mean, was picking him up and throwing him like nothing. So, but Fili's not going to go out there and take him down. I'll tell you that right now. So, I got Dennis. I'm sorry, I got Dennis. I got Andre Fili by a knockout, but it won't surprise me if Dennis wins. I do think he's live, and I think he has a good shot, but I'm going to shit on him because he has no chin. So I got Fili. What about you?
Yeah. I'm going the other way. I was thinking about getting a play on Bermudez, but he's just not someone you can fucking trust, man. So, like you said, if Fili touches that chin, he's going to sleep. And I'm not down to put my money on someone like that. So I'm going to have to pass, but I'm still going to have to pick Dennis Bermudez because I do think that the more likely outcome is that he doesn't get slept and he takes him down, pumps his leg, and gets a decision. So I'm going to go with Dennis Bermudez with the boring wrestling decision. I think Fili's just going to get taken down. There's a chance that he touches him, but I don't think so. It's a dog or pass kind of bet, and I think Dennis is going to win, so I'm going to pass. Next fight, we got the main event. We got Jacare El Crocodile Souza versus Derek Brunson. Souza's already knocked his ass out in like 40 seconds. Brunson was blitzing in. Souza put his hands up, blocked the first one, got the hook in, fucking put him to sleep, man. I don't know if it was a hook or whatever, but I remember it was during a blitz. And then, Derek Brunson's coming off of 2 pretty good wins off of Dan Kelly, old man Machida, both old-ass people that are on their way out. Souza did lose against Robert Whitaker. Another recent losses against Yoel Romero, but, I mean, those are the number 1 and 2 guys of the division. Other than that, Souza's been fucking sleeping fools, man, tapping people out or dominantly finishing them or fucking dominating them, Souza fucking takes people down. I don't understand why people are, he is on the later end of his career, but I do still think he has a lot more fights in him. Maybe not a lot more fights, but definitely a few more good performances in him. And, he ages well, dude. In my opinion, he ages like Yoel. But, yeah, man, look at it. He's got like thick crocodile skin. I do think he's a more technical fighter. Brunson, he's very explosive, his blitz is very dangerous. He's very dangerous in the first round. He's known for the first round finishes. but I just think Jacare is a little bit more calculated in there. I think he's going to be able to weather the storm. And the later this fight goes, the more I give it to Souza, just because he's a more technical fighter. I don't think the type of fight Brunson fights, I don't think he's going to be able to keep it up for 5 rounds. You know, he might not gas, but I don't think he's going to be able to put him out after the first. If it does, he might not, you know, but I do give Souza the technical advantage. I think he's a more technical boxer. He's got more subs. You know, Brunson might have the better wrestling, but I do think Souza's got the better jits, sub, grappling. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to go with Souza. He's just more technical, and I think he beats him anywhere the fight goes. Just needs to weather the storm, and he's good from there. And I'm thinking about putting a bet on him as well.
Yeah, man, this is a very close fight in my opinion. I think it's probably the closest fight of the night. You know, I've been going very back and forth with this fight, but I'm gonna have to go with who I thought, you know, initially was gonna win. That's Brunson. I think he can put him out there in the first round, but I mean, Souza has so many ways to win this fight though too. I mean, I hope he wins if you bet him. He definitely, you know, the longer the fight goes on, he's gonna win. He has the grappling advantage. I mean, on the feet, he might have the advantage too. I mean, just that Brunson blitz. That's, you know, the only way he can probably get him out of there, and I think that's what he's gonna do. But it's not gonna be working every fight. Brunson's gonna be getting knocked out pretty soon. It could be here too. So, I mean, Dan Kelly and Mito Machida, I mean, this is a pretty big step up, but I mean, I know Souza didn't look that good, you know, against Whitaker, but no one really does. But the thing, he looks old, but he looks old every fight. And I know he's like 37, 38, but one thing that, you know, I got to mention is that he's training with Mike Perry now, Souza, dude. So, I mean, that's pretty, I mean, you can't talk crap about that. Mike Perry's one of the heaviest hitters out there. So, I mean, he definitely wants to work on his striking. And I think he moved over there for like 2 months, and he's literally training with Mike Perry. Mike Perry's striking coach is in his corner. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna change my pick right now because I'm not a jabroni. But yeah, I'm sticking with Brunson. I think he's gonna go out there and get a finish in the first. But if he doesn't, it's over. Souza's gonna win. And I'm actually agree that Souza could definitely win this fight. And he has a lot of openings too. I mean, the way Brunson leaves his head out there, it's terrible. So. I mean, I kind of want to change my pick, but I'm not going to. But, I mean, I do think Souza could win for sure. So, I got Brunson. Not confident at all. I might change my pick, you know, tomorrow or something. I'll write in the comments. So, you know what's? Oh, I want to change my pick right now so bad, but I'm not going to. So, I'm sticking with Brunson. But
and to get Souza for a good line better than -200 is pretty good. Because he's usually a big favorite coming into his fights. So
you're right, man. So yeah, man. I have 5-unit playing Nico Price. You have Nico Price parlay Gregor. We're gonna cash that bet, and we're gonna be talking all those trolls out there on Twitter like you guys missed out on that easy money and all this, and oh yeah, Nico Price is a jabroni. The guy's a jobber. The guy's not good. Blah blah blah. Yeah, shut up. Because Nico Price is pretty good, dude. So, all right, man, we'll be back next week.
Be quiet, man. Let's just wait till the fight happens, and we'll see what happens on Saturday, man. Fuck what they think.
True, but yeah, we won't. I'm like stuttering. We won't be sweating though. I don't think. I think it's, you know, I think it's a good spot for him, and you know, we already talked about it, but yeah, let's go Nico Price. So
let's go, man.
Let's get it, Nico Price, my man bun brother. So next week we got a pretty good card. I mean, we got Anders. I mean, you know, some other good fights. We'll talk about it next week. All right, guys. Take it easy. I hope you cash your bets. And you're betting George Sullivan out there. You guys are the MVPs right there.
Peace.
Later, guys. Team Price.